Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another YouTube video. For any of you guys that are new here, my name is Levi. Now, in today's video, we're doing a full day of eating. Someone requested it in a comment, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it. When I was writing out my schedule for videos I was gonna do this week, I was like, all right, I think we should do a full day of eating. So that's what we're doing today. I have switched it up a little bit since the last time I've done one. I think maybe even from the last one, I was eating potatoes still with my eggs, but now we've switched things up, and this breakfast to me is just a little easier. The potatoes just took forever to make, but this morning, breakfast, one of the most important meals of the day, we got 3 eggs, a piece of sourdough bread that is big enough that I can cut it in half and kind of make like 2 pieces. We got a banana, and then we have a protein shake by Transparent Labs. The total calories and macros will be on the screen. This is one of the easiest breakfasts I've made, but is like one of the best breakfasts that I've ever had. I don't know why. I think it's amazing for some reason. I don't know if it's the simplicity. I don't know. For me, I really just enjoy the sourdough toast with the eggs. I kind of like eat them together. It tastes really good. It's super enjoyable for me. It's not like the most exciting breakfast, but I definitely think it's a good breakfast. And this is going to fuel me for my workout, which we have in about an hour. And I was going to let you guys know, I said this, I think, in like a couple videos back, and it wasn't even a full day of eating. Just make sure when you eat before your workout, it's an hour to 2 hours before your workout, because you want your body to be able to digest this before you go into your workout, so that all the blood isn't concentrated in your stomach trying to digest the food. Obviously, we want the blood concentrated throughout our muscles that we're working during the workout so we can maximize our results. So make sure you're eating and giving yourself enough time beforehand to do so. As far as my supplementation goes, every single morning I have joint support, multivitamin, and krill oil. These 3 every single day. This is basically turmeric. Turmeric has been known to help with the health of your joints. Multivitamin gets me the things that I normally wouldn't get from my everyday foods that I don't have. And then we have krill oil because I don't get enough omegas in my regular diet. You probably wouldn't need this or this if you're getting it from your like whole foods diet, but I just take them because I'm not getting enough. That included, I also have creatine right here. This is the Hawaiian Splash flavor. The best flavor is definitely the blueberry pomegranate, but I have those supplements every single morning. Been doing it for like probably 2 years now. I was gonna say 3, but I think like if I say 3, it's not like a full 3 years that I was taking it. So yeah, but I know for sure I've been taking it for a full 2 years. Also, if you guys are wondering how to take creatine, because I know like it can be kind of confusing because you know about loading phases and how you have to take more. You don't need to do any loading phase. Just start taking 5 grams a day every single day. And for today's workout, we have back and biceps. I tried to do chest yesterday. Couldn't do it to my full extent because my wrist, and you guys know I'm still dealing with that injury. But hey, it is what it is. Good morning. We're starting off with T-bar rows for back. Right now, I'm what you would consider my bulking phase. Obviously, I told you guys plenty of times, I don't like to get too bulky on the bulk. In other words, I don't like to put on excess amount of fat. So yeah, that's why I might not look bulky, or whatever you want to say. But that means we're trying to do exercises that are promoting thickness on the muscle. That's what I'm trying to focus on right now, and T-bar row is a good way to cause your back to have a more thicker look. The middle, lower lat, middle kind of section area, giving it more of a dense look. Doing these have helped my back extremely. My back is one of my strong points now, believe it or not, which is kind of crazy to say because beforehand it never really was. It was actually one of my biggest weak points. Now it's one of my strong points, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so we're gonna start with T-bar rows. We're gonna superset them with pull-ups. I can't really do pull-ups still yet. I might try today. We'll see, but the last time I tried doing pull-ups, I couldn't even do them. So we'll see how they're feeling today. I don't know if I'm changing over. In the moonlight, I can't kill this
just feeling sober, so I start to come alive. I don't know what starts to control me. I let it go, another soul that's underneath. I don't really care about this all. It's the fall that kills me. With our back against the wall, just feed the beast and you'll see. Wait for me. I don't wanna die inside my reality.
Something that'll help a lot of you guys when you do back workouts is contracting your back. I know, especially when I was first getting into the gym, in my first couple years actually, I was so focused on just pulling the weight down that I wasn't actually contracting my back, and I was working mostly my secondary muscles like my biceps and my forearms and even some of my rear delts. So to prevent that from happening, first off, what I strongly suggest is focus on mind muscle connection. Focus on the fact that your lat is contracting. Focus on that. You might have to, for like 4 weeks or so, really be emphasizing that, and eventually it'll just become habitual. Like I know for me, when I kind of noticed like, hey, I'm not really utilizing my back, it kind of took me a while to develop the habit of actually contracting my back, and it took me, focusing on actually contracting that muscle group for it to start becoming a habitual thing. In other words, like something I don't have to focus on anymore because I focused on it for a little while. What's gonna help you with that contraction is using your hands like hooks for back workouts. Your back workout shouldn't be, you can use your thumbs. I try not to. I just try to act like my hands are hooks. My hands are just the thing that's latching on, and then my back's the actual thing pulling. Does that make sense? Instead of using your arm to pull through your bicep, use your hand as the hook, and the lat as the thing that's actually doing the work. So, does that make sense? That may have been sort of confusing, but essentially, hands the hook, the back's the actual thing pulling. So that was something my dad told me when I was growing up. Didn't really hit me until I was like, I gotta work on my back. And I was like, how can I do that? Oh, well, let's focus on actually contracting the back muscle. So that's what I started doing. Started seeing, again, results in my back. It's one of my strong parts. It's one of my best strengths right now. And it's pretty sick. So yeah, definitely do that, because I know my back was lacking because I was kind of egotistical, I would say, about my back workouts. So crazy how like 25 pounds on dumbbell curl synchronized is crazy for 10 to 12 reps, despite me lifting for a long time. It really just goes to show that time under tension and really doing the right form counts a whole lot when it comes to working out, because I could easily do this in bad form using a bunch of momentum, but when you're controlling the weight, creating that time under tension is when the real growth kicks in. And that's why I've become less concerned with how much weight I'm really moving during the workout, more focused on the contraction, and that causes me to have to go to lower weight, but I get way better results from it. So it's a message to y'all. If y'all are like, oh, I'm not making progress, try dropping the weight and focusing on the contraction. Kind of talked about that with back too. We're almost done. I got a couple more sets and then we'll wrap it up, get home, have our post-workout meal.
So post-workout meal time, normally I'll bring my meal with me to the gym so that I could go to school, because I like doing my schoolwork at school and other work that I have, just because it's nice to separate home from work because the psychological aspects that go into it. I'm pretty sure there's studies done on it, but I do not get as much work done when I'm at home compared to when I'm at school. So that's why I personally like going to school and getting work done. I think it's just the way that I treat it. It's a place to work, as where home is like a place where I sleep. It's where I relax. It's where I eat. There's like other things that I do here that aren't related to work. So that's why I like to go. But this morning I didn't have my meal on me, so we had to do what we had to do, come back and get this meal in. But it's what it is, my fault. Today's post-workout meal is literally some chicken. You can see it down right in there. Some chicken tenders, not fried by the way. I do cover them in about a tablespoon of olive oil, and then we have some rice as well. It's 4 ounces of chicken and about, how much rice is this? It's about 3/4 cups. So just kind of like, it's a really small meal, for being quite honest. Just gets me through to my next meal, which is much bigger, which is more so of a lunch. You can consider this lunch if you want, but I like it, just some fast carbs from the rice for after my workout to restore glycogen, some protein, and I just cover it in some low calorie, pretty much 0 calorie buffalo sauce by Frank's Red Hot. I literally just cook this by putting it on the grill. Normally I'll cut it up and then put it in a pan with a low calorie sauce and saute it so that it makes the rice better and it's more of an actual meal rather than kind of just like rice, chicken, and then like a sauce on it. It's actually like a meal altogether.
What?
I don't know if that made sense. Kind of like teriyaki chicken compared to if like I just had separate chicken and rice that didn't mesh well together.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm not sure if I'm making too much sense, but regardless, this is the meal. This is what it is. It's not bad. I don't know if you can see it back there, but there's a Transparent Labs protein bar and an apple that I can't. Got it. I thought the light was about to turn red. But yeah, so I just had an appointment for some medical scans for my liver. They have to make sure that everything's good. My bilirubin levels were high on my most recent blood test that I got, and they were on the one that I did before, back when I was getting prepped for my show and everything. And so they just wanted to make sure everything's good. I truly think I just have Gilbert syndrome, which is just like yellow pigmented skin, which I kind of do have. You'd have to really like see me in person to see it. Like Rory will always comment like, oh, your skin in photos is like orange and da-da-da, and I'm most definitely positive it's just related to that. So I don't think it's anything major. If it is, that would suck, but at the end of the day, I can't control it, so I wanted to accept it. But the reason that I have this protein bar and apple is for occasions like this. I have to have a meal now. For me, I have 5 meals a day. I mean, this one right here is really not even a meal. It's a snack. It's the protein bar and the apple. You guys have seen that in every single video that's been a full day of eating. Like, it just is what it is. It helps to get me through on to the next meal, gives me some space in between, and also helps me reach my calorie count, calorie intake on my macro intake. So protein bar by Transparent Labs. These things are gas. And then we have an apple, like I just literally said. But yeah, it's nice to have something that you can bring on the go, because it's kind of hard to have like a meal that might need to be heated or just taste better heated. That's what sucked about being on prep, was that I would always eat these cold ass meals on the go. Always have something that you can bring on the go with you if you are, you know, trying to diet and whatnot, because it just makes your life that much easier. So I know when I was working at like grocery retail, this apple and protein bar, this apple and protein bar would get me through so much, because I could eat it if there was no people coming through the register, or if like I was throwing cardboard boxes away, I could eat it while I was doing that. And I think that's another thing, is that it's easy to eat too. It's not like I have to sit down with a fork and a spoon and all that. So driving home now, I got some other things to take care of. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to take care of today, other than schoolwork, some other business stuff, and a whole lot of other stuff.
about to go for a run. That protein bar and apple sometimes will act as like my pre-run meal. Like I said in the beginning of this video with breakfast, I try to wait an hour to 2 hours before my run as well for that to digest. Just so, again, the blood isn't focused on my stomach, it's focused on the workout. So, oh, my dad just got this. We've never had an arm blaster in all the years that I've worked out in this house. We've never had an arm blaster, so that's funny to see. But anyway, for my run, I like to do a little bit of a warm-up. I'm saying this because I want you guys to practice good etiquette and like doing the right thing, because if you don't warm up, you can get away with it. A lot of you guys that are young out there, you guys can get away with it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but you can't get away with it long term. Short term, you can get, you can get away with not warming up, but as you get older, you're gonna need to warm up. I've had to learn that lesson, unfortunately. So we're gonna do a warm up. I like to just go on the bike for a little bit, and then after going on the bike, I do some like hip swings. Like you grab this, and you just swing your hips. And I do like some other stuff where like I'll do high knees, other stuff, and I usually take about 10 minutes on my warm up. You shouldn't take probably any less than 5 minutes. I think you can get away with a 5-minute warm up as long as it's intense enough. But yeah, make sure you're warming up. We have a 5-minute tempo run today, and the tempo run is gonna look like
One eternity later. 12 seconds later.
3 minutes on, 1 minute off, 3 minutes on, 1 minute off, so on and so forth. Really quick, I want to show you guys the shorts we got on for today. By the way, it's freaking warm out today. It's 57 in the state of Washington in the middle, well, not the middle of January, but the end of January. That should be a crime. Can't believe it's that warm. I'm like out here in a t-shirt and I'm like, it's low-key kind of warm. But anyway, KillBuillt trail shorts on right now. Got the embroidered logo right there. The pocket on the back. If you guys want to support the brand, use code Levi for 10% off. I'm gonna stop talking now. We gotta wait for this GPS thing to load, and then we're out of here. Now, the reason I'm doing the ratio that I am for this tempo run, in other words, 3 minutes on, 1 minute off, something I've emphasized before in my videos, more so when we were talking about HIIT, but 3-to-1 ratio or 1-to-1 ratio is the best way to maximize your endurance, increasing your VO2 max, and all that good stuff. So I do it in that fashion, and time's almost up. Funny how the time goes by so much faster when you're not running. It's a beautiful evening out, thank goodness, because I really did not want to run in the rain today. I feel like my last few runs have been like that. Also, quick thing about why you guys don't see me run more than 5 miles, or I should say 8. 8's usually the longest I'll record on here. Sometimes it's because for me, I enjoy running, but man, for me, I just personally feel like I shouldn't be taking 2-3 hours out of my day to go for a run unless I'm training for a marathon. And I've done that and I like it, but it's because I had dedication to it. I was also working out in the gym less, so I had more time to put toward running. Doesn't mean I don't like those long runs. It simply just means I don't want to take that much time out of my day. It's a lot of time to go for 20 to 25 miles, you know? That's a long run. That's almost a marathon, you know? So that's that. Also, in a new video coming up, I'll talk about the plans for the marathon, because some things have changed and we might be able to do it now, so it's exciting. So watch is dead, which means I can't track the mileage I'm at right now. Regardless though, the mileage was already broken on it because my watch wasn't calibrated. Sometimes you can get away with not pressing the GPS start on your Garmin, and sometimes you can find that it has a hard time when you don't allow the GPS to connect if the battery's low, which I did and died. So is what it is. It's something just to be aware of if you do decide to buy a Garmin. The one I have is linked down in the description. But what we're gonna do now is just kind of follow the protocol still, run, jog for a minute, and finish out this run. I don't know what it is, but there is something about this meal that I love. So this is the meal I kept the same as my previous full day of eating. It's the beef patty, 85-15 ground beef with some yogurt and some honey on it, with some of the rest over. Okay, hold on, I just completely messed that word up. So we got an 85-15 Greek piece of sourdough toast, 4 ounces of ground beef into a patty, and then we have a cup of Greek yogurt. The rest of it's right here. I put some honey on it, about a tablespoon, and yeah, that's it. And then we have this protein shake by Transparent Labs, just 1 scoop in there. And I also had a banana, but I already ate that. This is my second favorite meal of the day. I really enjoy my breakfast. I don't know what it is about this meal. It's so good. I know, like, you guys probably look at this meal and you're like, what the heck? A lot of you guys probably haven't even tried it. I'm telling y'all, it's gas. Like, please let me know if you guys try it. Just like reach out to me on Instagram, message me, be like, yo, it was trash, or yo, it was good. I really like it. I think the best part is you dip the sandwich, because you do flip this over on top of that, and you dip it into those juices right there. And I believe that's just kind of like the fat melting out of the patty or whatever. But it tastes so good, and it's awesome. High in protein, not too high in fat at all by any means. The only fat really is truly from the patty. But other than that, yeah, really freaking good meal. Usually this is my post-run meal when I do have runs. Other than that, it's usually my lunch. I'm having it kind of later today. It's 5, so that means like I have to eat again in 1 hour and 30. I'm gonna try to eat this really quick though, and then go to Costco. I need to get some things because tomorrow I meal prep. Every Wednesday I meal prep. Also, one more thing, have this every single day, especially after my runs. We got some hydrate mixed in here. It's just important to get my electrolytes in. If you guys are interested at all in getting some electrolytes, code Levi will save you 10% off. Transparent Labs, link down in the description. My favorite flavor, as you guys always know, the peach mango. But you guys might be wondering, what is this? So I can't remember if this was even in the last full day of eating. I know it's very different though. I took away some ingredients and added some new things to it. It made this very Americanized burrito bowl, and it's called the Buffalo Bowl because there's buffalo sauce in it and cream cheese. And I made it by mistake one day because I didn't have avocado with me, and I was like, well, I don't have avocado. I didn't have something else. I can't remember what it was at the time. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna put not cream cheese, but sour cream and buffalo sauce in here. And what do you know? The two go together perfectly in this thing, and it tastes really freaking good. So what it is it's 4 ounces of 85-15 ground beef. It's some black beans, the seasoned black beans. You got to get the seasoned black beans or else this does not work out. If you get regular black beans, you're going to have to season this a lot more. The seasoned black beans just help so much getting a more distinct flavor. And then we have about 1 cup of rice, so 158 grams of rice. And then we have ½ cup of black seasoned beans. I just didn't specify the bean amount before. And then I sprinkle some cheese on it. Right now I'm using full fat cheese because the store, when I went earlier this week, didn't have any like reduced fat cheese, and it's Fred Meyer, which is basically a Kroger if you're from the Midwest or down south. And it's kind of annoying because like every time I've gone there, I've known that they don't have reduced fat cheese, but I go and looking for it. It's like, what store doesn't have that? Kind of weird. Yeah, no, it's actually really weird, but it's freaking bomb. And I also have some pistachios to go with it. I've been having some pistachios at night and whatnot, but yeah, that's it for the full day of eating. So I'm not eating too many calories right now. And the reason for that is simply because whenever I eat an abundance of calories, which includes a little more sugar and other things, my hands get torn to shreds. And right now, my hands look actually pretty good. Like, you wouldn't know anything's actually wrong with my hands, me showing you. But I have really bad eczema. Whoa. Anyway, my eczema will flare up really badly if I'm over consuming food in general, probably just because more preservatives, more sugar and whatnot, and it completely went away during my bodybuilding show. I think I talked to you guys about that in a previous video. So yeah, that's why my calories aren't super high. I'm really just kind of above maintenance slightly, nothing major at all whatsoever. It's enough for me to continue to put on muscle, stay relatively lean, and most importantly, keep my hands under control. Because for me, it's very frustrating for me personally to have like bloody, cracked hands all the time and get blood on my clothes. Shakes, like, you know, I got shake people's hands and I might have like blood on them, or, you know, it's a bad look personally for me. I don't like it. So is what it is. So yeah, but that's gonna do it for today's video. Hope you guys liked today's video. If you guys did, be sure to give it a like. If any of you guys are new here, do not forget to press that subscribe button so you guys know I will be back. And as always, die trying to do what you love. The sky's the limit. I'll see you on the next one.